Surah 1 verse 5 and 6. Verse 5. You alone we worship and you alone we ask for help. Now why do we only ask one person? Why do we only ask one God? Now this emphasizes the monotheism that we practice in Islam. And as we discussed earlier in a previous verse, that we believe in a cause and effect chain and we believe everything started from one point and one source. So the question might be, why can't you ask from another God? Now here's what happens. Why not ask from another or multiple gods? Well, if you speak of multiple gods, then you're basically saying that there is a sharing of the powers. Not one that has an ultimate power, but basically a sharing of powers. Now, if this was to happen, if this was true, if polytheism was true, then let's look at an example from Greek mythology. There were so many gods in Greek mythology. Now, whatever problem you have, if you were to ask God to solve it, you wouldn't know who to ask towards, because things are related in a related chain that you might not subconsciously even know about. How events that completely in your mind might not be related relate to one another. So there can only be one supreme being that knows of everything going on. So there can't be a sharing of powers, because you wouldn't know who to ask. Now looking at verse 6, guide us to the straight path. Now let's define what straight means. Straight means extending or moving uniformly in one direction only, without a curve or bend. So when we are asking for something from God, we are asking basically to go from one point to another, whether it's something like make me a better person or help me figure out the way to this problem. You're basically asking geometrically to go from one point to another. Now, why do we ask the straight way? Because the straight path is the fastest way from point A to point B. This increases speed, it saves you time, and it saves you energy. So this is why we ask for the straight path, because if you were to go in a curved or bended manner to the destination, it takes longer and it takes up your energy, and you want fast results. So that's why we ask God to show us the straight path, the fastest way.